Very, very happy to be with a Cellar Angel favorite, Delgadillo Cellars and Ignacio in their rare vintage of Old Vine Cabernet. All right, well, finally, at last, you and I get to be on camera together because you're a Cellar Angels favorite. We're excited as all heck, and we're especially excited to show some people where we are. So talk to us about specifically on this day where we are located right now.
Well, this is our famous Mill Creek Vineyard. So our first original 4 vintages. So for those of you who got the 03 and the 04, this is where all that fruit came from. So now that we have the 05, 40% of the fruit for that vintage came from this vineyard. And so these are the old 40-year-old vines that you see behind us. I mean, they're monstrous in their own right. And that kind of translates into the bottle a little bit. You can taste the character. Not only is Cab a really bold grape, but coming from a really bold vine, it adds a little character to it.
Well, I mean, I think it's a special wine, and part of the origin of that specialness starts with the story of Delgadillo Cellars. So walk me through, and for those of them people that don't know, how you got started and your father's role in that, and where you are today.
Well, really, it all starts with my father. My father's been doing this for about 30 years now, and he stumbled into wine. He started just as a job, and over 30 years he developed a big passion for it, and he didn't realize how much of a passion he had for wine until he retired from winemaking, tending to other people's vineyards and making other people's wines. And so finally he decided to make wine, and that was back in 2001. And kind of selfishly, when he started making wine, he wasn't making wine for anybody else but himself.
Okay.
And that was just, there was a specific style of wine that he liked, and he couldn't really find it. It's a very classic and traditional way of drinking wine, and that's smooth and aged Cabernets. So he just decided to do it on his own, and it kind of led him to the wine that we have today. Well, my dad was he's very old-fashioned the way he does things, and so he believes in quality. And when we had decided to put Delgadillo on the bottle, when we said we're going to put our family name on the label, my dad took a lot of pride to it, and so he said, okay, if we're going to put our name on it, we're not going to release this wine until it's absolutely perfect. We aged it for about 36 months in oak barrel, and then we were going to be almost set to release it at that point. But my dad tried the wine. He said, you know what, I don't think it's quite ready yet. I don't feel comfortable leaving my name on the label. So we waited, and a couple years went by, and finally he said, in April of 2009, he said, okay, now the wine is ready to drink. Now we can release it. And it sounds a little crazy, but his idea was he didn't want anybody to enjoy the wine in a way that it wasn't how he wanted the wine to express itself.
Sure.
So instead of telling folks, hey, take this bottle of wine now, it tastes great, but it's going to taste better in 8 years, my dad just said, we'll just release it when it's better.
Well, it's incredible, and we've enjoyed vintages, like you said, from 2002 all the way up to the current vintage, and time is in the bottle because it works. So congratulations to you and your father.
Oh, thank you.
And another thing I know that's important to your dad is the aspect of giving back.
We always try to help out people as much as we can, and Cellar Angels gives us the opportunity to not only let people choose their own charity who they feel passionately about giving, but we can approach multiple charities instead of just sticking with one, which is we want to help as many people as we can. So it's a win-win for us.
And us, absolutely. You can see why they're a favorite of Cellar Angels. Great wines, great people, an incredible story, and the wine speaks for itself.